today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
The Bears at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 104 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Here's Breeze to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
He's got his man Sharp complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Here's Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's Peyton up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Breeze now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, Show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And his kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 20 carries, 95 yards, and a score.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It's Young off play action. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Young. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Clark. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Young will set to throw. There's Clark. He's got him again.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
DeJuan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On second down, McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. A really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff. Chicago
works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Breeze now to throw. Able to find his target here, Largent. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Now Breeze on 3rd down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, Young. It's Hill, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. These two teams all tied after 1. McCaffrey running up the middle. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Now Young. He is going to find Hill here. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
Oh, I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
That's caught again by Schultz. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. They'll drop this off to Peyton. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up second down. Throwing now is Breeze. He's got Largent complete here over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Breeze. That's complete to Sharp. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Breeze now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now a give, it's Peyton. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On first down, Breeze. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run with the 29-year-old Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. On the give, here comes Peyton. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And out now come the Vikings.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Young. They complete it to Hill. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Throwing, Young.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They go play action. Young. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Young working out of the gun. That one complete to Hill. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
On play action. Now Breeze. And that's caught. It's Edelman again.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the run, it's Peyton.
Down to about the 45.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Breeze going to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Young's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing again on second down. Young. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Dom Maggio now.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Breeze now on first down.
Open man, Amari Rodgers, complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze, throw left side, complete to Sharp. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Isaiah Pacheco, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we stay in the AFC East. We head to Buffalo to see what's happening with the Bills. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kenny Galladay, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic. See what's happening over in London, where it was the host Packers who were able to come away with that victory. Saquon Barkley, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Young's throw complete there to Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Young on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. To throw again on second down. Young gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll throw again. Young. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, Young. He's got it complete to Clark. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down at 4. Again, it's Young. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Young now.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here is Young. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Hill.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he powers his way up past the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Young from the shotgun.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes...
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Breeze. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And this returnable for Hill.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Young on third down. The open man is Clark, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. In this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run again with Peyton. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Breeze now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
6 yards left on 2nd down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Young to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Clark. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Young. And again he finds Clark. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Young. He'll find Clark open right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Clark. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Young. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he lets go a laser pulled in by Edelman. On the draw, here's Peyton. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there. Now Breeze got to have this one.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Peyton will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs. Keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And Young's throw there incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Young to throw it. And it's complete over the middle to Clark. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Breeze now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Back to throw, Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Young to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Young. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Just a gain of a couple there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Breeze to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now Breeze. Finding Schultz, and he'll get this up past the 45. It's a 1st down, but the tackle comes in bounds. Throwing now is Breeze. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Breeze again. And this one is incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
First throw of overtime for Breeze. He's got large and complete here over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Here's Peyton up the middle. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Breeze. His throw incomplete. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Shotgun now for Breeze. The Vikings
Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
What can Young do in the OT? That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Young. They complete it to Hill. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Looking to throw, Young.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. Young working out of the gun. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be second down. They'll throw again. Young. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not